All right. So where were we just now? The last push setup, is it?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, Friday last push setup.
The Friday last push setup. All right. So just before we get there, I need to know what is your understanding towards the MM so far?
I've been seeing a lot of open close like gap breaks, but then I also see it being rejected. Basically, I get lost in which should I take? Should I take the rejection or the break?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the clash of this clash is basically what's stopping me from utilizing it fully.
Mm-hmm. I get it. All right, and then?
I agree with what Atika said just now. Like, from what
Because
I see,
you haven't learned on how to control. That is part of the control.
I see. But let's say if I see a lot of levels.
You see, yes, of course. There's a lot of
I think that's what confuses us.
there's a lot of the open close, right?
Yeah. Actually, is there like a preference where you say like a stronger open close?
No, we cannot practice that.
Okay.
We cannot practice that.
Okay, so like
Why is that?
Friday,
Why?
I understand how I expected the daily to close, but it's that wick. What was that wick going for that got me?
All right. Never mind. We will go through after this. But then, Ashraf, you missed a session last week, right?
Yeah, I missed a lot.
Yeah. Can you tell me where is the last topic that you
I think it was the trend line just before the advanced part started.
trend line?
Yes, yeah, I think trend line.
Meaning to say the last one is on trend line, is it?
Yeah, wait, let me just check my notes quickly. It was the class where we did the trend line and all that.
Or meaning to say you haven't started about the advance, is it?
Yeah, advanced definitely memang haven't started at all. The last topic was like still the basic part and everything. The advanced I haven't started.
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Wait, give me a minute.
Okay.
Right. So who is still not here? I think there is 2%, right? Or 1%, or 2%.
Robbie.
Robbie, right? Okay. Oh. All right. So this is the last. Where is it? Oh yeah, this is the trend line, right? So are you sure the last one you heard is trend line, Ashraf?
As far as I can remember, what's the next topic after trend line? Then I'll be able to know. Yeah, this one we did. Breakout. Breakout. Yeah, from here. This part I haven't done.
All right. So let me go with you real quick. So in this breakout topic, this is just a very short topic. There is not much discussion here. On this particular topic, we just discussed about, and we just trying to do the listing on the types of breakout. All right. So in terms of technical, so those are the types of breakout. Okay, so those are the types of breakout. We do have the SNR breakout. We do have the trend line breakout. We do have the zone breakout. All right. So, to precise the zone breakout, it was something like engulfing using the zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the SNR sometimes, right?
Yep.
Where some of the trader mark the wick, right?
Yep.
And try to create a zone on it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, that's the same zone breakout. All right. And then we do have the next types of breakout, which is the OHLC breakout, right? Which is the OHLC breakout. So the idea of doing this, okay, of just doing the listing, all right, of just doing the listing, those kind of listing, is just to pull up that if we do have a few types of breakout, then indirectly we also do have a few types of pullback, isn't it? If we
Yeah.
do have SNR breakout, and then we also have the SNR pullback, and then if we do have the trend line breakout, and of course we also have the trend line pullback, right? And same goes to the zone, and same goes to the OHLC, right? But the only breakouts and pullback that we are going to practice is this one and this one. This is not, we will not practice the two of that, all right? Which is zone and the SNR. We will not practice SNR and the zone one, all right? We only practice trend line and the OHLC breakout, okay?
Yep.
All right, so that is a very short topic about breakout and pullback. And what we have here is OHLC, all right? What we have here is OHLC. So, this is not important, okay? This is not important. What we are trying to do last time is just trying to let you know that the candlestick pattern is not important. Okay?
Okay.
That candlestick pattern is not important. Even though we do have a lot types of closing candle, all right? But OHLC, that the version of OHLC that we're trying to learn here, there is nothing about candlestick pattern, all right? So that is what I'm trying to let you know, all right? There's nothing about the candlestick pattern, even though we learn OHLC, all right? So the things that we need to understand about the OHLC is the candlestick pattern is not important. But then, if that is not important, so what is the important things about the OHLC? The closing, all right? The closing. So you need to understand the meaning of close itself. Okay? The meaning of close itself. So any style, any types of candlestick, if that particular candlestick close, what can happen and what will happen? All right? It's either this one, or any kind of style, right? But as soon as the price close, okay, as soon as the candle close, that is the one that we need to understand. All right. So the first thing first, the meaning of the price close itself. The first one, what will happen? That is the market decision. Okay, and that is the market decision. Okay, and then at the same time, do you agree that the ups and downs of the movement in the market every day, every week, every H4, every H1, that is part of the market discussion?
Yes.
Do you agree that?
Yeah.
Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
So if you do agree with that, then the meaning of the closing price, the meaning of the closing price, what will happen if any types of candlestick close or any price close, that is also the end of discussion. All right, the end of discussion. So at the end of discussion, of course, we also gonna have the conclusion, right? So this is the conclusion actually. Okay, so this is the conclusion actually, the market decision. All right, and then the third one, the closing itself is also the signal from the market. Okay, it's also the signal from the market. And then the last one is the official price. Okay, that is the official price. So to understand better, what is the market decision? Okay, what is the market decision actually? So to understand that, we need to understand the process of the form of candlestick. Okay, the process of the form of the candlestick. So just let's say we pick one style of candlestick. Okay, one type of candlestick, which is the one. All right.
Yep.
So this is what we are trying to do. This is the process actually. Sorry. This is the process actually.
Yeah.
And this is the timeline. Okay. When we try to convert the open level, the close level into time. Okay, into time. So of course, at this area we will have the start, right? In terms of time. But in terms of candlestick, that is also the open level, right? And then this is the close. Okay, and then that is the close.
Yep.
Again, that is the close. So if you do agree just now, the meaning which is if you do agree just now, which is if if you do agree just now that the movement in the market every day, the ups and downs of the movement in the market every day, that is part of the market discussion. So what we are trying to do here is we are trying to do one example. Okay, one real example. All right. So what we did last time is we tried to create one situation where how the price discussion works. Okay, the concept of the price discussion works. Right. So just let's say, if there is a discussion, then there must be a people, right? There must be someone who discuss about the price, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So just let's say there are 10 people who are going to discuss about the price, right? What is going to happen in the first minute, the second minute, the third minute, the fourth minute, and the last minute. And just let's say that this is the M5 candle. So yeah, just let's say that this is the M5 candle. So of course we do have 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Just let's say the first minute, what happened? 7 out of 10 vote for selling and 3 out of 10 vote for buying. So of course, this will take impact, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So during the first minute, so this is the first minute. The price drop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because of this. Right? And then we go to the second minute where 4 out of 10 vote for sell and then 6 out of 10 vote for buying. And of course, the price will do a rally movement, but not in the same volume as the drop, because the volume is different, isn't it?
Okay, understand.
All right. So this is the second minute, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then on the third minute, just let's say we do have the same outcome, which is the third minute. 4 out of 10 vote for selling and 6 out of 10 vote for buying. All right, the third minute. All right, and then on the fourth minute, 6 out of 10 vote for selling, and then 4 out of 10 vote for buying. So of course, the drop that we are going to see is going to be the same volume as the rally just now, isn't it?
Yep.
And the last minute is very important. Okay, the last minute is very important because the last minute is going to determine what can happen to the next candle. Because whatever happened on the last minute, it can affect the next movement. Okay, it can affect the next candles, the next movement, the next price. All right. So the last minute is very important. Okay, the last minute is very important. All right. So the last minute, only 1 out of 10 vote for selling and 9 out of 10 vote for buying. Okay, so just let's say 9 out of 10 vote for buying on the last minute. So what will happen to the price and what will happen to the candle and how is it going to look like, right? This is the last minute, and end up it close something like this, right?
Yeah.
So that is part of the market decision. All right, that is part of the market decision. If we do at the end of discussion, all right. So this is the end. This is the close of the candle. Wait, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Alright. Okay, so let's continue. Can you hear my voice clear?
Yep.
All right. So, at the closing market, at the closing price, at the closing price, of course, in terms of time, it is the end, right? It's the end, isn't it?
Yep.
So that is also the end of discussion. The end of discussion, or the end of discussion, or at the end of discussion, of course, we do have the conclusion, or as we call the market decision, right? The market decision, right?
Okay.
So, what is the market decision just now? Yes, it looks something like this just now, right?
Yeah.
But if we just trying to perceive the single candle like that, of course, we will not be able to understand what is the market decision, all right? Unless we try to do an example on the price, on the structure, right? So just let's say this is our target for selling. Okay, this is our target for selling. All right. So on here, on the basic structure, we just trying to we are just going to illustrate or using the basic SNR level. All right, the basic SNR level. So just for an example, this happened on our target level. Okay, on our target level. So at the first plan, so at the first place, we are trying to we are planning to sell. All right, we are planning to sell. But then, as soon as we do see the closing is something like that, are we still going to sell?
No.
No,
Because it broke.
right?
Yeah.
Right, because it broke. So this is the view on SNR. But then, in real life, okay, in real market, in the full system, in the full market mover system, this kind of concept, we can see every part of levels actually to control. That is the use for us to control actually, right? But then, just for an example, okay, just for an example, the real example, it's not going to like it's not going to be something like, just for an example. Just an example. This one is clear. Yep, this one is clear. But then somehow, you might can say something like, okay, if we can try to switch to line chart, we can also see there are a small SNR over there, right? So what is the difference between your system and SNR? All right. Okay. So not that. So not. So it's not going to. It's not going to look like this easy, right? This kind of situation is very easy. Okay, this kind of situation or level, to spot that kind of level is very easy. But there are a few types of level when we try to switch to the SNR level, we will not see anything. Okay, we will not see anything. Just for an example. Just for example. Just for an example. This level. Okay, just for an example, that level. If we try to switch to line chart, there's nothing. Literally nothing, right? So that is also one type of level, right? So that is also one type of level. Where is the next one? Just for an example, something like this. This is also a sign of continuation. Okay, this is also a sign of continuation. Okay, one of our level has been surpassed over here. So we do understand that any rally is just a pullback. And for the current buyers, right? For the current buyers, it's gonna be on selling. Okay, so at this point, we do know that there is another drop coming after that, right? But that kind of level, when we try to switch to SNR, it's nothing, isn't it?
You don't see the drop.
Yep, we don't see any curve over there, a clear curve, something like this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? And then another types of situation. Another types of situation. This is clear. Yep, that is clear. That is clear. Even though on downside here is also clear. Let's try to pick the tough one, not to say the tough one. Right, so just for an example, this level. This is also one of the drop decision here. That is also one of the market mover levels. And if we try to switch to line chart, there's nothing over there. It literally nothing over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even though this is also the rally decision over here, right? The rally decision over here, right? So can we imagine? And on the nearest level, we also do have SNR, right? SNR. So it's gonna be an opposite situation if the price close something like this. It's not going to drop, even though the SNR level just got respected over here. It's not going to do the drop. Trust me, it's not going to do the drop. The worst case scenario is just going to be something like this. The price drop. for pullback, and then the price continue to go higher. Yeah, the price continue to go higher. So that's the problem with the conventional SNR, right? So that's the problem on the SNR.
I see. So
Another
that's where the market mover comes into place lah. You can see all those levels.
Exactly. Oh, another example. Over here, right? In terms of the SNR view, okay, in terms of SNR view, I don't see any point. I don't see any point for us to be in buying. Okay. Sorry, it was at this level, the SNR level, right? So in terms of SNR, we only see two levels of SNR over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how are we going to validate that? How are we going to know that on Friday we can look for buying? Just one example. But yeah, how are we going to do that? How are we going to know that on Friday we can look forward for buying? So what's the difference between the market mover levels or the market mover view? On market mover view, this is our level. It has been validated over here.
I see.
Okay, it has been validated. There's no sign of continuation at our levels. So that's when we know that any drop is just a last push. It's just a last push. And then sooner or later, yes, the price will go higher. Because previously, we don't see any sign of continuation. Even though on the weekly view, you see, that is also the weekly rally decision. That is also the weekly rally decision. So, yep.
Because it rejected on weekly, it rejected the level there, is it?
Yep.
I see.
Yep. So what you just saw just now is a small piece of the view on the different view between SNR and MM, right?
Yeah, I realize this is actually a big problem that I had before, especially with so SN, like I used engulfing before this. So I mean same thing like SNR. I have zones that I mark out and I expect the price to at least touch the zone, but it doesn't reach the zone and then suddenly it reverses and then goes all the way up and then it doesn't even touch. And then when I look at the chart, I'm like, why? Like there's nothing there. I don't understand why it reacted at that place.
Yep. Exactly. So let's go and dive into just before I show to you more example and more things about DMM, and just before we get to start to discuss what is happening on last Friday. So let's get to the main system, which is the market mover. So do you notice that on our syllabus, there's no specific topic about direction?
Oh yeah. Now when I think about it, yeah, I realize.
Right?
Yes.
Because the MM is the direction. Right? So what is MM? The market mover is a system based on following the market decision. So whatever happened to the market decision, yes, we have to follow. All right? We will follow that market decision. All right? And then that is also a signal or an early hint from the market. And then the market mover also determine direction between candle to candle. All right, between candle to candle. Just like the example that I showed to you just now about the market decision just now. Just let's say, what if the price close on our target level, and this is what the market decision looks like just now. What are the closing looks like, just now? But then, what if that happened on top of the just let's say on our target level, right? Or something like this, right? So of course we will not be in selling anymore, because in terms of technical, we do understand that that is a sign of continuation. That is a breakout, right?
Yes, I agree.
And it is not a good sign for us to insist to be in selling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But what you saw just now, the market mover also determine the direction between candle to candle. So in terms of SNR, the direction between SNR is something like this, right? In a big range, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a big range, right? In a big range. So you see, this is the previous SNR. Okay, this is the previous level of the SNR. How do we know that we can avoid to be in selling around that area? Yes, this is the sign. That is also one of the example on our target levels. And that is also one of the example of the concept of the system. All right. So this is the earlier hint. Another example. Another example. Proof that the MM system, proof that the market mover can give you the earlier hint is something like this. There's no sign of continuation at on our levels. So meaning to say, our direction for Friday is on buying. But just before we get to know about the precise thing, we also need to ask ourselves, all right, so just before the price wanted to go higher, are the price going to do a last push first, or a last push first just before the price go higher, or the price on that Friday, on the next day, the price open and just go higher without any pullback or last push? Because that is possible situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that is two possible situation, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first situation that we try to be prepared just now is, yes, we do understand that the direction is on buying, because we don't see any sign of continuation on that, on our target level, right? So meaning to say, it has been validated already on daily time frame. But we also need to ask ourselves, we also need to prepare a few possible situation, right? So just before the price started to go higher, are the price going to do the last push first, just before the price go higher? Or the price, the second situation is, the price is just going to go higher without any pullback or last push, right? That because both are possible going to the same direction, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that is one of the way actually to be fully prepared. But then that is one of the proof that how do we get to be in buying signal or hint is the day before that, which is on Thursday, right? Which is on Thursday, we already knew that on Friday, the price is going to go higher.
See. But like, is there like a situation? So like, we know the day before, so on Thursday it already rejected, right? Is that
Uh-huh.
possible on the next day? It breaks the market mover level.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
It is also possible to do or to do something like this actually. It is also possible to do something like this actually. Uh, yeah, it's not going higher. It's going. It's going down.
I
Yes,
see.
it is possible. Why? Based on what rules? 80% and 20%.
Oh, the higher time frame, lower time frame.
Yes.
Can we also check weekly for last week?
Sorry?
Can we also check a weekly time frame for the week that we completed?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
See. So like there's like more steps after that lah to know whether we can entry or not. This is just
Yep.
like the first step to know the bias, like, oh, okay, so
Yes.
we can look for bias.
Just
But to
now we only talk about bias.
okay, understand.
Bias or direction.
So how can we know the situation now is under the 20% lower time frame or under 80% higher time frame? How can we decide it?
Just for an example, this is our daily level, right?
Right.
You go to one step lower. Do you see any H4 surpassing that daily levels?
No.
No. That's when you know that the price is still going higher.
Okay.
The price will still go as what the daily looks like.
Sir, where is the trend line for this buying? I couldn't find it.
Where is that trend line?
Yes, sir. I was trying to
What?
find that. Wow. I was trying to find, but I just missed the trend line.
This one?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Wow.
The
Wouldn't
last
have thought of
buying,
that.
the last push, for the last push.
Yeah, for the last push. Yeah. This
Yes.
can also be used.
So can we use first point body and second point week, or we have to use all the week or all the body?
Sorry?
Can we use first point is the is body and the second point is week? Can we use like that?
I cannot advise on that.
So if we can,
You
if
only
we want
learn
to
about
use,
because we only learn about week to week and body to body, right?
okay, sir, got it. Sir. Thank you.
That is the most better way. But if you try to mix it, yes, I've tried a lot before. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, yes, I've tried a lot before. Trying to mix the point, the body to week, the week to body, and then this and that. What I can say about that is the winning rate is not that higher because if you try to mix, just for an example, if you try to mix, okay, just for an example, if you try to mix or the body to body here, but you are trying to mix with the right, so just let's say we do have two trend lines over here. One is week to week, okay, one is week to week, and then the second one is the body to week, right? The body to week, this is why it is so hard to advise on that, because that is so random actually. Okay,
Yes,
week
sir,
to
got it.
week, body to week or week to body is so random actually. Okay, just for an example, what if the situation happened something like this? Okay, what if the situation happened something like this? It broke the body, but then it didn't surpass the body to weak. So in your opinion, what can happen? What will happen?
Can drop, sir,
Yes, that
because
is
the
the
decision
reason.
level has been broken.
Yes, that is the reason why it is so hard to advise on that when you try to mix the point of trend line, the body to weak
Yes,
to
sir.
weak to body, right?
Got it. Sir, can we use decision level as a trend line point? Is it possible?
No,
Okay, sir.
trend line is just for the body, actually.
Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay, the trend line is just for the body, actually.
Okay, sir.
Body meaning only body to body or
Body to body, yeah, body to body.
okay.
And week to week is gonna be our last resort, the last option.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Your trend line finding is amazing. I was trying so hard to find the trend line, but I missed.
Yeah, I only took around 1 to 5 seconds, right?
Yes, sir. And I've tried a lot of time, but I couldn't find it.
How many days already you've been trying?
It's around. I mean, after this movement, I tried 5 or 6 times, but I was trying to mix body to weak or weak to body, but it was illogical. So I tried, but I couldn't find the right trend line, just like you.
That's why on the past 2 sessions, when we were on the trendline topics, that's why I told you guys that the way I see trendline, the way I use trendline is, yes, technically it is almost the same way on how to use it as the conventional way, which is we will still gonna mark from left to right. Okay, but then how I see it, I started to focus on the right area first, and then that's when my eyes go slowly on to the next, to the left. But then I'm still going to start to do the marking from left to right. Can you understand that?
Yes, sir. But there is a lot of levels, so there will be a lot of trend lines. So how we know that which one will work?
Whichever comes first.
Okay, sir. basically, on live market, it's a little bit difficult because if I saw some of trend line.
No. You can also imagine that this is the real life situation. Okay, we do have a lot of trend line here.
Yes.
Can you agree with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, I marked like this. I mean, then price react from 1 or 2, but other trend line just missed.
So based on your logic, the movement is coming from top to bottom. So which trend line is going to be tapped first?
The first one, sir. Whichever comes first.
Okay, that is in terms of the trend line view. Okay, somehow we cannot just stop there actually. All right, somehow we also need to confirm that is there any levels on this area? Okay, is there any levels on this area? Yes, it was the weekly level just now.
Yes, sir. There was a weekly level.
It was also the weekly level. It was also the weekly level. The weekly level over here. We also do have the weekly levels. The weekly levels, and then we also do have the hash 4 levels over there. Isn't it? You see it?
Yes, sir.
Hash 4 levels over there. This is a drop decision, but being brought by this guy, right? So this is gonna be the latest decision,
Yes, sir.
right? This was
Yes.
a rally decision. Who broke the drop decision over here, right? So yeah.
Sir, sometimes the rally decision broke the drop decision, but here is two rally decision and price reacted from both of them. So in that situation, what can we do?
Do you have any example?
Yes, sir. Right there. I mean, little bit lower. I mean, in this screenshot.
This area?
No, sir. Little bit lower. I mean, the yellow candle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
The price reacted from two decision level. Not sir. Not this one. A little bit upper, sir. Right. Sir, the yellow candle. The yellow candle after. Yes, sir. After that, there is a three big candle, buy candle. There is a two decision. Yes, sir. Price reacted from both of them.
Price reacted both of it?
Yes, sir. The right one, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, this one?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Oh, that's when you are going to need another confluence, right?
Yes, sir. Sometimes wow, amazing. Got it, sir.
So you need to understand the concept. Okay, the system is not just it is not going to it is the only use is not just to determine where is the last price or whatsoever. No, somehow for some situation, yes, it can go a bit deeper than that. All right.
Sometimes yes, sir.
It can go a bit deeper than that. All right. So that's why I told you guys last few sessions just now. I told you guys that trendline is also one of the best confluent.
Yes, sir, I can see.
So the most important things about is just to validate. It's just to validate the movement. It's just to validate the direction. It's just to validate the bias. All right.
Yes, I got it.
Not to determine the last price area. No. You get it?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right. So, Ashraf, just before I started to discuss more and more about the demand system.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the basic concept. This is the basic concept of the market mover system. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the basic concept of the market mover system. So if there is so the basic concept of the market mover system is if there is a close, break, open, just like this. This is the close of the bearish, right?
Yes.
Close, break, open. There will be continuation. Do you get me?
Yes.
There will be a continuation, even though in this situation, this is clearly SNR, isn't it?
Yes.
Even though the price just start
it reacted the.
Even though the SNR level just got rejected, right? But sooner or later, the price will just drop because this is the market decision. So this is what we call the market decision now.
Okay.
And same goes to this. This is the close, and this is the open, isn't it? The open of the bearish of the bearish, right?
Yeah.
The same thing. There will also be a continuation. You get it?
This one broke the which one is the second one? It broke the open. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I can see.
All right. Okay, so that is for the continuation. All right, so let's get started. All right. Oh, sorry. Yep, over here. All right, so let's get to know about the levels name. This is also one of our levels. Okay, this is also one of our levels, and this is the difference between S and R. On the SNR side, on the SNR side, we are still not going to know that either this level is going to be respected or not, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
At the first place,
Yeah.
right? At the first place, we don't have any idea if the price were really about to respect that levels or bounce on that levels or not, right?
Yeah.
Or otherwise, even though we can go to the lower time frame and see how the price react on somewhere around this, somehow that is just a waste of time actually. Okay, that is just a waste of time actually. So this is one of the earlier decision, earlier hint, earlier signal. So what are the market are trying to tell us is that there will be another price that are going to drop, right? So do you remember on the second topic, which is on the basic topic, on the candlestick? My definition of candlestick is what? Candlestick is a language for us to communicate with the market, right?
Yeah.
Do you still remember that?
Yeah.
So this is the language of the market. So actually this whole time, the market is speaking with us. So whatever just before anything happened in the market, yes, the market actually do tell us, the market actually do warn us actually. Isn't it?
Yeah, I can see.
Right. So let's get to the name of the level. So we will not going to practice this kind of levels. Okay, this is SNR, and we will not going to practice that, but we will just going to practice this. So what is this level called? This is what we call rally decision. Okay, rally decision, or in Malay, we call it punca naik. Okay, punca naik. Okay. That is a rally decision or punca naik in Malay. Alright? And why is that? Because this whole candle has broken a lot of decision levels. This is also the decision level. This is also a decision level. So that's why or technically this candle giving us a sign of continuation, or the close level has broken a lot of the open levels. Can you get it? That's
I can see that.
That's the concept.
Okay. So whenever we have a level, we always have to wait for the candle to close. So we cannot open the trade until the candle close, because we don't know where it's gonna close yet, right?
Yes, that's why you need to close. You need to wait for the price to close. But for that, yes, I'm gonna need another part to explain actually, because we are able to control that actually, because we are on H4 time frame just now. Okay, in H4 time frame, we do have 4 singles H1, isn't it? So this is what we are going to use to control the movement later. On which level are the price going to use? Or the price is just going to go higher all the way up, right? But it's gonna be like a waste of time trying to control H4 and H1 if you wanted to see the bigger direction. So the best way is to see the bigger direction. To see the bigger direction, it's the best way to see on daily and weekly. Okay, because we do see a lot of H4 is completed already. So the daily time frame also must be completed also on that area, right? Okay, so let's get back to this one just now. So this rally decision, it doesn't have to surpass most of the levels here to become a rally decision. It is also enough to do something like this. Close, break, open, isn't it?
Yep.
So if on that area, this it looks something like this, this is still a valid rally decision. Okay? But it's not going to be a valid levels if it happened something like this. That level is no longer a rally decision. This will be a rally decision.
Okay.
You get it?
Understand. Yep.
Now, do you see the concept on how to spot the levels?
Yep.
All right. So let's go on to the next one. This is one types of the marking and the levels or the decision.
I have one question.
Yes.
Let's say this small candle that you just drew did not break the immediate close level, but broke something to the left, like a decision level. So could we count this as a rally decision level?
Yes. But somehow on the latest price soon, you will also have to prioritize this level.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry? Yeah. Which one? This one or this one? Mm-hmm. Yes. 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 No matter what is on the left, if this level or if this candle broke something on the left or not, we don't care about that. It is enough. It is enough for the latest price or for the new price to surpass this level to become a valid rally decision. You good now? All right. So the next type. This is also what we call a rally decision. Okay. Close, break, previous open. The same concept, isn't it?
Yep.
You get me? This is what we call a pairing candle. But for kind of blend candle, okay, we are going to need to do the marking on the open of the candles, the one that who breaks or surpass any open levels or any decision levels. You get it? But
Yeah.
pairing candle, we cannot do the marking here, even though the movement start from here. We cannot do the marking over there because that is SNR already, isn't it?
So this is if it's two different candles.
Yes. Two different candle and two different situation. But yes, it is the same rally decision. Yeah. Yes. Why is that? Just for an example. Just let's say the price do something like this. What will happen? Of course, the price is just going to drop. Even though the price respected this open level or SNR level. You get it?
Yep.
Once this breaks, the rally decision breaks, can we not also call this left shoulder from the classic SNR view?
Sorry?
Once this rally decision breaks, can we not also call this left shoulder from the classic view?
No.
Right.
I do understand what you are trying to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's not going to work. Most of the time, yes, it's not going to work. But sometimes, yes.
It also looks like a bearish left shoulder. Like if you look at the current break, it also looks like a bearish left shoulder. Not a QM break, but it still is a left shoulder. Looks like one.
Yeah, but whatever it is, the latest, what will happen next is most likely is mostly using the decision around here.
Yep.
Let's find you an example. Let's find you an example. This is another types of example. That is what? That is the basic SNR, right? It looks like it has been surpassed, isn't it?
But it's a faulty candle.
Which one is the faulty candle? This one is it? This is too far. Okay, this is too far. On this area, we don't see any faulty candle. On that area, we don't see any faulty candle.
I was talking about the break.
This one. These two, is it?
No. The circle on the right. Yeah, this one. The break that just happened.
Oh, yeah. But then we clearly see that on our level, that is also a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is also a rally decision, right? Close, break, open, isn't it?
Yep.
So we will start to do the marking around here. So that is also a rally decision. So that's why the price still going higher after that, isn't it? Where else? All right, so let's continue on the next types of decision. Right, so just now we have go through around two types of decision levels, the pair and the blend just now. All right, somehow there is another types of decision levels, just like this. That is also a drop decision. Okay, that is also a drop decision. The one who breaks the rally decision. Isn't it? So this is
Yep.
the drop decision. And this is also the drop decision. Again, that is also the drop decision. Okay. This one has surpassed the previous decision, so this will become a drop decision. And do we have any other types of decision around here? Another example. Let's find another types of rally decision around here. Another types of rally decision. Wait, how about daily? Okay. This one just now is also another types of rally decision, right? Because this one breaks this one, isn't it? Right? So this is another types of rally decision. It breaks this rally decision, so this is the latest decision, but it has been surpassed by this candle, isn't it? So this will become also a rally decision. So did you get the full concept of the levels?
Yep, got it.
Got it?
Yep.
Right. So if you do see most of the concept on how to spot the levels already, so I think it is a good to go for us to discuss about what is happening last week. All right, what is happening last week. But let's start on Friday, since everyone is talking about Friday's movement, the last push and whatsoever, the deep last push or whatsoever, right? So, just before we get to start talking about execution, entries, and so on, okay, just before we start to go there, all right, let's talk about bias first, okay? Because the first thing you need to understand is how to determine the bias or direction, right? Or direction, right? Bias or direction, okay? So the first thing first, yes, we need to determine the bias first. The second one, we need to determine the market flow. Okay, we need to determine the market flow. All right, so just for an example, why these two is so important? What if we just try to determine? What if we just try to determine the bias, and we forget about the market flow? What can happen? What can happen? So whenever this kind of situation pop up, yes, you will be confused. At the first place, your plan is to focus on buying. But then, soon as the news coming up, soon as the news coming in, when you saw the big drop, then you started to have your second thought. You started to doubt your knowledge or your understanding. Right? Does that make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So
So
that's why
price already rejected from the level, I mean the upper one. So maybe next week maybe go down the Monday.
no, we are not talking about the Monday yet.
So, I mean, if there is any up level, then it should be last push.
The last push. But then why you talk about Monday just now?
Sir, based on your example, I mean, if the level rejects, after that any push is just a last push. So I just want to know that.
Okay. All right. So this last push has nothing to do with Monday. Okay. All right. So that is the important thing about to also set the market flow. All right. So what can we see here is there is no sign of continuation. There's no sign of continuation, meaning to say we do see a potential reversal. Okay, we do see that the price is going to reverse. Okay, that the price is going to do the reverse. Okay, the reversal. But then, if we forget about the market flow, yes, this kind of situation pop up coming in, yes, you will be confused. You will be confused. Right? That's when you start to doubt yourself. Right? So, but if we do have both of the buyers and the market flow, yes, it's not going to be a huge problem to you. So, market mover, determine direction candle to candle. Okay, candle to candle. Now we are on daily time frame, meaning to say daily to daily, isn't it? So whatever happened on Thursday is going to affect the Friday's movement. Okay, that's the concept. Okay, whatever happened on the previous day is going to affect today's movement. Right? The same thing. Whatever happened here on Thursday, it's going to affect the next candle, or it's going to affect the movement on Friday. All right. So just for an example, there's no sign of continuation, meaning to say on Friday the bias is on buying. Okay, on Friday the bias is on buying. And then what is the market flow? Okay, what is the market flow? So meaning to say we always set the market flow against the bias. Just let's say if the bias is on buying, we need to set the market flow opposite way against the bias. Okay? So just let's say the bias is on buying, going higher. But then on the market flow side, we need to set against the bias. Meaning to say any drop that is just a last push. Okay? Because the movement has been validated already. Okay? So what is the difference between pullback and last push? Okay, what is the difference between pullback and last push? So this is pullback. Okay, we do see a sign of continuation already. Alright, so this is a drop decision, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
This is a drop decision, meaning to say the bias for the next day or the next candle, any drop is just a pullback. That is a pullback. That's it. That is the difference between pullback and last push. Last
Sir,
push.
may
Last
I
push.
know
Yes.
the previous candle reject that market mover, so the bias this bullish candle is selling.
Sorry?
I mean the previous candle reject the market mover.
Which one? This one?
And no, the next one.
Next one.
I mean the bearish candle reject that level.
This one?
No. The candle before the bullish candle.
Candle before. Oh, this one.
No. Yeah. The bearish candle. Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, but
And
this candle also reject the market mover above the job decision.
oh, this one and this one.
Yes.
All right. So this is very normal for the beginner to get confused.
Yes.
All right. This is very normal actually for the beginner to get confused by this kind of situation where you see there is a two rejection or two gap. Right. So the pirates version of my knowledge, okay, the pirates version of my knowledge, they always talk about gap, right? They always talk about gap. Yes, this is also the gap, right? This is also the gap, and I've been using that terms for quite long already, a few years ago, right? So that will happen to you if you are just learning from the pirates version, right? So why do you have to get confused by this one?
But I think the confusion here is not about gap. I mean, for me, not about gap. The confusion here. I also had this confusion for the weekly bias the previous week before the weekly candlestick closed for this week, because the price validates the upper level but also validates the lower level for buy and validates the upper level for sell, like validates both levels.
That is another part actually. Okay, save that one for after this. Okay.
Okay. That was why I was asking about the weekly review last week. Thank you.
All right. So why do we have to get confused by this actually? Because the most important thing is the close. The close content decision. And the close is facing downward. Isn't it? The close is facing downward. So meaning to say, if the closing is facing downward, bearish, this is the close, right?
Yes.
So of course, it's going to use the decision below here, not the upper here. It will use this decision if the closing is something like this. Can you see the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The closing is facing upwards. So the decision will be used is this one. That's the difference. Do you get it now?
Yes, sir.
Can we also say this the red candle broke a rally decision? If you just look to the left, there's a rally decision.
Which one?
Just this if I could just annotate, but where you drew the black line right below the close.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This big blue candle is a rally decision level, right?
Uh-huh.
And it did this is the level, but it also broke this close, open price, right? The big blue candle broke the gap, and this red candle closed below this decision level.
Oh, this one.
Yep. Yep.
Why do you have to get confused by that? Because this is the latest decision. This is the previous decision. We need to prioritize the latest decision or the first left. Exactly. This decision will be used if the situation is something like this. And this level is not being tapped yet. Meaning to say, at this level, there's no decision yet. You get it? But somehow, it's more important for you to double check if this is a really decision levels or what. But yes, it broke something on the left actually. So this is also a drop decision actually. Can you see the difference? I cannot hear your voice. Yes.
Because it is very related, can we check the weekly? Because like the last week, it was breaking a level to upside and validating a level from to sell.
Right?
The mine is different forex.com.
Is it?
Let me check. Oh, why do you take that blue candle as your line and not that red candle on the left?
Because in this structure, this is the latest decision. The one who broke this one, isn't it?
Is this forex.com?
No, this is not forex.com. This is Robo Forex.
Okay. Because in forex.com, it's kind of different. Like the...
Yes, it was something like this. It is in blue, actually. It was bullish.
Yeah, it's bullish, and the one before that one you are drawing, it was not breaking to upside, but validating the level validating the level between those two red candlesticks. RoboForex.
Follow your the best way is to follow your follow the view on your view. Do you get what I mean?
No, but I mean, yes, I get, but the weekly ones change a lot, and it changed the whole bias for the week. I mean,
no. In my opinion, no. Why? Why is that? If you go to the if you can go to the monthly, we also have added 2 levels.
Yeah, monthly. It's that was my question, and you said we would discuss it. That it was like breaking to upside and validating the sell. Yeah. Monthly
Yep.
is the same.
Yep. In your view, it looks something like this, right? Right? Blue, right?
Yeah.
But it is still not breaking up.
No, in my view, it's breaking up. Not monthly.
Yeah, monthly. Monthly, it's not surpassing that level. It's not surpassing this level,
Oh yeah, okay.
right? It is not, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
So that's your clue, actually. Then that's when you start to control on daily. Okay? So we will go in very details after this. Okay?
Okay. Let's not get the syllabus. We can ask the questions later on. First, we go with the syllabus.
All right. So for just now, what you learned just now is to determine the bias and the market flow, because that is the first step. Okay, that is very important. Okay, market flow and bias. That is the first thing you do. All right. So just like this whole situation on monthly, the monthly completed on Monday already, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Last Monday. Right? Meaning to say, on the next day, which is on Tuesday, we are going to see new decision. Right? Hello?
Yes.
Right? So, last month situation is a bit tricky. I cannot deny it. But if you do have better control and you know which time frame will benefit, will give you more benefit, yes, I think it's not going to be a huge problem to you. But then you need to understand the whole situation first. So, on last month, it was July, right? We do have 5 weekly candle. Yeah, we do have 5 weekly candle. But 5 weekly candle. 5 weekly candle. 5 weekly candle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 weekly candle. 5 weekly candle. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it was 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. It is tricky last month. Why? Okay. Do this kind of situation happen often before? Yes. It also happened here. It also happened around. Wait. Let me try to. It also happened around here. It also happened around here. It also happened around here monthly. And it also happened around here monthly. Where is the next one? That is what I can remember as for now. So what is the difference? Or what is the common thing? Meaning to say, the weekly and the monthly closing is not gonna be the same. Okay, the monthly closing and the weekly closing is not gonna be the same. Why? First thing first, yes, we do understand that the weekly closing is fixed. Okay, from Monday to Friday, which is 5 days of trading. Okay, that is fixed. But monthly is not fixed. Okay, monthly is not fixed. So it's gonna be a bit easy for monthly view if the monthly closing falls on Friday or the weekend. Meaning to say, the monthly closing and the weekly closing is gonna look the same. It's gonna be the same. Do you get me? But on last month situation, the situation is a bit different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first week, this was from 3rd July until 7. And then the second week is 10 until 14. Yep, 10 until 14. And then the third week is started from 17 until 21. And then the fourth week is started from 24 until 28. And the last one is 31st and 31st and 1st of August, right? Meaning to say, and this is Tuesday. Meaning to say, the monthly closing falls in the middle of the week. Okay, in the middle of the week. So the monthly levels and the weekly level is not going to be the same. Okay, it's not going to be the same. So, meaning to say, if the monthly closing falls on the last week, yes, this is the most important week. Okay, that is the most important week, not this one. Can you see the difference? It's the same concept with H4. H4 consists of 4 H1, isn't it? So just for example, yes, for us to control H4, yes, whatever happened around the first hour, the second hour, the third hour, yes, we can rely on H1, right? But when it comes to the last H1, meaning to say when the H4 itself is about to complete, is about to close, we have to prioritize the H4, isn't it? So it's the same concept here. We have to prioritize this one. But when we try to break down this one, somehow we cannot rely on weekly actually, on the last week situation, on the last month situation. Why? Because the monthly closing falls in the middle of the week. Falls in the middle of the week. So if we wanted to wait for the weekly to complete, yes, there's nothing much we can do about it. Right? There's nothing much we can do about it because the weekly closing is around just let's say this is the 1st August and we still have another 3 more days just before 3 to 4 more days just before the weekly to complete, right? So the main time frame or the most important time frame last week is not weekly, it's daily. So meaning to say the best control we can gain in that situation last week is daily, not weekly. You get it? So that's why when we see the weekly here, when we see the weekly over here, this is not a theory. Okay, somehow this is not a theory. This is just a tips. Okay, this is just a tips. That's why, not to say that the whole things that we have just discussed just now, making that this level is so easy being surpassed or whatsoever. But then somehow, yes, if we go down to daily, right, for now, this is the 80%. And if we go down to daily, yes, somehow we can still control the situation actually. Okay, we would know that the price is about to go down, right? Isn't it? You see this one? But to control this one, yes, it took a lot of hours, 23 hours. Yes, the most nearby and the most the most earlier control we can have is on that daily. That's why daily is so important that day, right? Check on that daily levels, go to H1, see what is happening around there. It is actually being surpassed. Even just a tiny, even just a tiny breakout, right? And then what else do we have over here? This trend line is what? Is not being tapped or what? Is not yet being tapped or what? And then this is another hint, or this is another view that we can also use on that time around to know that there will be another drop coming, and then just wait for this H4 to close to know that is there any other drop happening after that, right? Is there any other drop happening after that, right? And this view and this whole process of control for you to use to make a decision, are you going to keep holding the selling position around here or not, right? But this whole time, this is the 1st August. This is the 1st August movement. All right, this is the 1st August movement. But to understand that better, that closing is on 28th. All right, meaning to say the 31st is on over here. This is the monthly closure, right? So that's why the daily is more important than weekly. Not all the time, but then only for this situation. But to understand that, yes, you need to fully picture the bigger view just now. Okay, what is the situation for the monthly, right? What is the situation for monthly? Okay. And I do understand that you are still a bit confused just now. But then that is what is happening last week, right? So let's try to break down on how to control the last week movement. Okay, let's try to break down on how to control the last week movement. So we do understand that the monthly closing falls in the middle of the week, meaning to say we will be seeing the full decision on monthly on Tuesday, as soon as the Monday's closing, as soon as the Monday price is completed, right? As soon as the Monday price is complete, which is the 31st July movement complete, right? So that's when we know what is going to happen to the monthly. But somehow you cannot have the mindset. Okay, you cannot have this kind of mindset. Okay. So the monthly close on 31st August, the bias is on buying for monthly. and that's when you immediately look for buying opportunity. No, that is not the right way, because this is just a new sign. This is just a new sign, and this was on monthly. It took another 31 days. Yes, it took another 31 days to complete.
So monthly is bullish, right?
Yes, so the monthly is bullish.
But on the other hand, it validates the sell level. But
Yeah.
because it is bullish because it's bullish, we consider. Is it because it is a blue candlestick that we consider it as bullish?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. I mean, why we don't care that it validates the sell, like
Rejecting the market move? Yes.
Yeah, like that.
Because this is the latest decision.
Oh, okay.
I keep on repeating the same thing actually. The latest decision. The latest decision.
Okay.
Sorry? No, you need to understand that this is the new decision. The one who broke the rally decision. You see it? Do you get it? Yeah. So, meaning to say any drop is just a pullback. Isn't it? Any drop is just a pullback. Any drop is just a pullback. So, as soon as the 1st August movement started, right? So we cannot have the mindset that, okay, so the monthly is on buying, so I can be on buying today. No. Because it's monthly, 31 days, anything can happen, right? Just like we talked just now. The price going to do the pullback first just before it go higher, or the price directly go higher without any pullback. That is the things that we need to see, right? We need to understand, isn't it? Right? So we understand that this is from the monthly time frame. So the only time frame that can control monthly is what? Weekly. Right? But then that is not enough. Okay? Somehow this is just to validate. Okay? Somehow the weekly is just to validate the movement later. But we still need to control on daily. Okay? We still need to control on daily. This is the, where is this one? Yes, this is the 1st August, right? This is the 1st August. So, the 1st August. The 1st August. So what are the view? Yes, I do have the same view with you guys. The decision level is being surpassed already, actually. Okay, the decision level is being surpassed already. But somehow we still need to be careful with another view, which is trend line. Both view is not telling the same thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? Both view is
Right.
not telling us the same thing. The trend line is telling us a different thing. And then on the other side, the decision levels is telling us a different thing. So if you ever stumble with this kind of situation, that's when you need to be very careful. Okay? That's when you need to have more control. Okay? More control. So how do we control the movement? So at the first place, the view is any drop on daily is just a pullback. That is because of this view, right? But somehow we still need to control. So this is going to, so that level is going to be the latest decision or the new decision, isn't it? The rally decision, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is the one that breaks the level that we marked.
Yep.
Actually.
So this is the latest decision, all right? So this is the latest decision. Okay, so this is the latest decision. All right, so now let's go to H4. Okay, let's go to H4. As what we see just now, yes, the price is being surpassed already. So it's going to be a valid pullback. Okay, it's going to be a valid pullback for the daily if we go to one step lower. Okay, because you need to understand the daily just now is going to be the 80%, and the H4 just now is going to be 20%. Okay, so what can we understand from here and here? Higher time frame decide direction, but then on the other side, the remaining percentage is the 20%. 20% of the movement. What is that? One step lower can decide new direction, isn't it? One step lower can decide new direction, right? So yes, this is the sign. That is one of the sign. You get it?
So what I'm understanding is we will mark the new rally decision, and if H4 breaks it, it could be a sign that H4 wants to go down on the next candle.
Yes.
Yeah, right. So before I used to think for a daily level to be validated, the current daily needs to complete, but now H4 can decide the price of the daily by controlling with H4. That's what I'm getting right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
You got it?
Yes.
But in this area is not this level is just the first sign, just the earlier sign. Somehow we cannot be too relaxed, you know. We cannot be too relaxed because we do have clash view here. We do have a clash view here. Whenever we do have clash view, we always have two options. It's either to wait for the next candle to complete on whatever time frame. All right, on whatever time frame. If it's on H4, if it's not clear for you, you always have two options. The first option is to wait for the next candle to complete until you get the clear view. The second option is to control, right? To control. So just for an example, okay? So just for an example, whenever you have clash view, okay, clash view, meaning to say the confluence is telling us a different thing, and then the decision level is telling us a different thing. That's when we need to pay more attention and pay more of our focus, right? So we always have two options. It's either to wait another it's either to wait another decision or another candlestick to complete, or to control this candlestick, right? So if just let's say you choose to wait for the next candle to complete, yes, you just can wait for the next candle to complete and see how. But on the next side, on the second option, Yes, we can control what? We can control the H4 on H1, right? So this is also rally decision that are coming from H1. It broke a lot of level over here, isn't it? It broke a lot of levels over there. And then this is also the drop decision. But then who broke the drop decision over here? Yes, this one, isn't it? And that is the first H1 in H4. Oh yeah, that is the first H1 in H4. And then the next one is okay. We do have another clash view on H1. This is on the H1 view just now. Right, so this is on the H1 view just now. Okay, so yep, we clearly see that it broke this decision already, right? And it broke the H1 confluence, which is the H1 trend line, right? But then the clash thing is, this is also a rally decision who broke the drop decision over here, right? So we still need to control. Right? So what is the weird thing here is the H1 structure or the H1 trend line is being surpassed already. But the decision level is not being surpassed yet. But then over here just now, based on the previous H4, is telling us that the daily level is being surpassed already. Meaning to say, H4 bias is on selling, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
Right? So that's the clue actually, right?
So when H4 closes below the daily level, we will say that H4 bias is bearish.
Yeah, of course. H4 bias is going to be bearish.
Okay.
Right?
The problem is when you change this H1 to H4, again, there is another decision level at H4 just after this one, the daily level, and it validates that level, and then even though it is validated, it gets broken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the H4 is telling us to look forward for selling, isn't it?
Yeah, but the H4 then says look forward for buy. I mean,
but if you see the situation over here, the worst case scenario is if it's possible for the price to go higher, in my view, in my opinion, that is just a rally for a pullback actually. Isn't it? Because the price has surpassed the trend line already. Does that make sense to you?
yeah, but for that price here you are talking about, can you also come to H4 again and for that validated level? Thank you very much. Because that was really confusing me at that time.
This is the daily level. It's
Yeah.
being supported H4, right?
Yeah.
For me to say the bias on the next H4 is on selling. Any rally is just a pullback. Okay? Pullback.
Then the next red candlestick, next H4 candlestick validates the rally decision there. Yeah.
Yep. And why is that? And why is that?
Why?
It broke. It's rejected. It's rejected our decision level, but then at the same time, it surpassed our trend line. So basically, the view is still the same. It's also clash, isn't it?
Okay.
So it's either to wait or to control. But then I always go for the control. But yeah, I always go for the control. So let's see over here. What is happening? Okay, what is happening? So, basically, if we can see over here, this is the H4 closing just now. Rejecting our decision levels over on H4 over here, right? And this is the closing of that H4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So that's why we see something like this just now, or something like this just now on H4, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
But then, since we still do have the clash view, yes, we still need to control. So control on H1, the one step lower. This is gonna be new drop decision, isn't it? The one who broke the rally decision over here, right?
Yes.
All right. So what do we see there?